Hey, everybody, it's psychic medium Blair Robertson here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really excited to be here for what we call Psychic Sunday. This is an idea that I came up with when I was away on vacation in Panama. And I was walking along the beach and I thought to myself, it'd be kind of cool to do something a little bit different. My name is Blair Robertson. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a psychic medium, the author of five best-selling books, and my main career, my main job is talking to dead people. But one of the things that causes a lot of confusion with people is that psychic mediums, all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. So today I thought I would focus just for some fun for about half an hour, focusing on the first part of the title, which is psychic readings for people. Now, I have posted on my page here, my YouTube channel. I have actually posted some ask a psychic question thing, where you can choose from three objects. And I do usually a pendulum reading, or a tarot card reading, or a coin reading, or the sticks. There's different ways of doing it. They're worth checking into as well. It's a fun way to do it. But today I thought I would just come in and do some readings. So let me just cover a couple of things that we're going to do here today. And we're going to go for about half an hour. One of the things that you're going to want to do in a few moments is to ask a specific question. And the reason why you want to do that is because life is filled with ups and downs, positive, negative, sunlight, nighttime, happy, sad, and the whole spectrum of life. That's what life's all about. It's like a bowl of chili. You got all these ingredients that go together. Some stuff's spicy, some stuff's bland. You put it together and oh, it's fantastic. And that's what life is about. So please understand, if you ask me a question like, how's my life going to be? Then that's too vague. The answer is going to be, it's going to be good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Then you're going to die. Okay. So make sure that when you're asking questions that you're specific, that you're specific. For example, if you're, looking to, um, buy a new car. Am I going to get a car within the next 30 days? Am I going to find the deal that I'm looking for with a used car and the color I like? That would be a specific question. Vague question, am I going to get a car? Well, I don't know. Do you want to get a car? Do you have the finances? So make sure that you understand the differences between those two things. Many of you are, I asked last night to my mailing list, I specifically asked people to send me some questions in advance, because I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that were submitted to me via email, my newsletter followers. One of the things that people are asking is they're asking the wrong questions. Number one, there's a lot of people that didn't read the instructions. I'm not doing mediumship. So people were asking me questions. Is my mother okay in heaven? That's a mediumship question. We're not doing that today. People were asking me, should I change jobs? One of the things that you can't do, or you shouldn't do, is you should not be asking somebody external whether you should or shouldn't do something. Should you change a job? That's your karma. That's what you need to discover. No psychic, no medium can ethically answer that question for you. I can't tell you what to do. What I do is called premonitions. Some people call them predictions, but premonitions are more like what I believe is going to take place, which segues into the next part. There's this huge misconception that the future is set in stone. I need you to know that the future is not set in stone. One of the examples that I like to give is when I used to go to the colleges and universities up in Eastern Canada and the Northeastern United States. I used to do a demonstration where I'd be blindfolded. It was a fun demonstration, and I would answer psychic questions. Well, sometimes a guy would come up to me and go, "Dude, I got an exam tomorrow. Am I going to pass?" Well, that's kind of a loaded question, because if I say, yes, you're going to pass, he's probably going to go and party all night long and not study. And of course, then if he fails because he didn't brush up on his facts, then he's going to blame the psychic for that. He'll say, you were wrong. But if I said, no, you're going to fail, the guy's going to be power drinking coffee all night long. And then he's going to study, study, study. Then he passes. The prediction, premonition, forecast, prognosis is from the point of the question being asked. I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's from the point of being asked. It's as simple as that. Okay, so with all of that being said, I do have allergies. You can see my eyes watering like crazy. I can't seem to get it to stop. I feel good, but my allergies are killing me. Let's get to answering some questions. First off, I'm going to answer some questions that came to me from my newsletter list. So let me take care of some of those. Boy, my eye really does look bad. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad. It just looks bad. So let's take some questions. These are from my newsletter followers, and then we're going to get into answering your questions on here in the chat. Guys, please, 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 please do not forget. Hang on for 1 second. There we go. Please do not forget to show some love. Make sure you're liking this post. Don't just come to take. If you come to take, you won't be healed. Let me take some of these questions. Make sure you're listening to all the questions, because even though I might not get to every single person, remember, your answer might be in the form of somebody else's question. Okay. So Pam wants to know, I would like to know if I'm going to get to move into the house soon. Um, Pam, I believe that it's going to be, my impression that I get for you is I get the impression it's going to be just a little bit longer than 30 days. Not 60, probably 30 days. I see some obstacles in the way, and I know that you're pushing and getting rid of those obstacles. I just see some blocks there. I see some blocks. So it's going to be like 30, 40 days from now, I see you moving in. I hope that's what you're looking for. That's the impression that I get. My question for Psychic Sunday: I'm planning to retire early from my longtime career soon. Will I have a general idea of what while I do have a general idea of what I'd like to do afterwards? As far as work, I would like to know if I'm on the right if I'm on the right track, if I'm on the right track with my idea for a new career path. I believe it's K or Key is the one that answered that. My initial impression is I truly do believe you are on the right track. I do believe that things are going to work out better than you planned. I do believe that it's going to help you grow. I do believe, without any question, this is going to bring you new happiness. It's going to bring you new joy. I do believe it's going to just bring all of those things together for you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to scare you a little bit, but it'll be beautiful. And it's going to be the first time, I hope it's Kay. Okay, it's going to be the first time that you're really going to feel like finally you're in the driver's seat. You're in control. It's going to be awesome for you. I really do wish you all the best. Will I continue to work remotely? Asks Kathy. The answer is yes. That comes to me super fast without even having to think about it. This is coming directly from spirit. Not only do I see you working remotely, I see it working out better for you. I see everybody being happier because you are remotely working. So I wish you all the best with that, Kathy. Oh, okay. So my assistant Corey's the one that randomly pulled. We had hundreds of people submit questions. So he randomly pulled this one. Okay. So I'm going to just mention the person's first initial. Okay. Does my wife know about my fling? And his initial is D. Dude, the answer is yes, she does. I'm feeling that quite strongly. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but then again, you played with fire, you got burnt, and you're going to pay the price for it. You can expect paperwork to come in your way. It's over, dude. It's over. Not all news is good news for everybody, but hey, you cheat, pay the price for it. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Do you see me retiring in the next 5 years? Says Carol. Okay, so this is not a trick question. I know you're not trying to ask me a trick question, Carol, but I will say this. Um, that's sort of not a specific question. Do I see you retiring? That's kind of like putting it into my the ball in my court, so to speak. What you need to be doing is you need to be asking yourself, do you want to retire in 5 years? And if you want to retire in 5 years, you need to start taking action on that. So again, always make sure, guys, that when you're asking questions or looking for things to improve your life, or you're connecting with your spirit guides or whatever it is, ask a specific question. If you don't have a goal, we just went to Panama and we saw ships going through the Panama Canal. The ships get to the Panama Canal because when they leave their port, that's what they're aiming for. They've got a goal. They know where they're going. They don't leave the port until they know where they're going. They're not adrift out in the ocean going, wonder what country we're going to land in. You have to know where you're going. So I didn't mean this to be a motivational speech, but Carol, you have to decide if you want to retire, put the action into place, and take the steps necessary to do it. A medium and psychic can't answer that for you. Um, I love my girlfriend, but I'm afraid to tell her. I'm sure she knows how I feel. Is she true to me? Says Bob. Okay, so I've got that's two guys today. Good. Um, Bob, I'm going to give you the news. Sorry, hiccups. I'm going to give you the news straight. She is totally true to you. She's totally true to you, dude. But in my experience, in my personal experience, women can't stand guys that are wishy-washy. My dad used to use an expression. My dad used to use an expression, God rest his soul. My dad used to say, shit or get off the pot. That was his expression. Okay. And so you need to tell her. You need to tell her. My dad also used to use another expression, and that was button that down. So you got a good woman, you got yourself a good woman. You need to tell her and you need to button that down. You need to get that taken care of. Okay. Go ahead. Be confident. Be confident. I'm telling you, that will open up the doors for you. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The hairs on the back. I can feel the hairs on the back of my arms right now standing straight up. It's going to work out for you. You can thank me later. Tell her. Tell her. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tell her today. Okay. Tell her today. Um, how many years old approximately will I be when I die? Says Pat. You will. Here's like this question gets asked to me in one form or another a lot. Okay. No. First off, no psychic can predict when you're going to die. None. There's only one entity that knows when you're going to die, and that is God. If you don't like the expression God, for you're not religious or whatever, the higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call the higher power. I call the higher power God, and I make no apologies for it. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but I still believe in the higher power, and I call the higher power God. Only God knows. Only God knows. And the answer to your question is you will die on exactly the correct day that you need to die on. But other than that, why worry about when you're going to die? My argument spiritually always is instead, we're all going to die. Listen, all of you watching right now, we're all going to die. Every single one of us. So why don't we focus on the in between part and focusing on making our life as happy, joyful, and loving as we possibly can? There's something for you right there. All right. Again, so okay, so my assistant Corey sent me these questions. I've got four more I'm going to do. Then I'm going to come online. I'm going to do all your questions here. I don't know how many people are on right now. We got 191 people on. Fantastic. This is great. Will I move out of state? That's the same question as we were asked with the job and stuff like that. Will I move out of state next year? That's something that you need to decide. I'm a Canadian. I was born and raised in Canada, but I live in Phoenix, Arizona. The reason why I live in Phoenix, Arizona is I chose to move to Phoenix, Arizona. We chose to live here. My daughter lives in Australia because she chose to live there. My dad moved from Scotland to Canada because he chose to move. Didn't happen accidentally. I didn't go to sleep in Ottawa and wake up in Phoenix, Arizona. I made the choice to do it. So, Debbie, the question is, do you want to move? And if you want to move, what do you need to do to make that happen? And make it happen. I'm not trying to be a motivational psychic here, but really, that's beyond what a psychic can ethically answer for you. My name is Cynthia. I'm 69 years old and I've been semi-retired for a few months. I've had an inspiration to start a new project that will take a strong commitment, just my time, not a crazy get rich quick scheme. I'm motivated, but I'm wondering if I have one more in me. Here's an answer for you, Cynthia, that I truly believe. Uh, my dad used to, going back to my dad again, my dad used to say, the moment you retire is the moment you start dying. The moment you retire is the moment you start dying. And what he meant by that was you got to keep your interests up there. You got to keep the things going. If it's too much for you, I wouldn't recommend it. But my intuition is making me feel like, oh, it's your raison d'etre. It's your reason for being. It's what you're meant to do. I really do believe you will do it, and I believe you'll be successful at it, and I believe it'll be a beautiful thing for you. Myrna asks, will my sister be able to visit for the holidays? Answer, I'm getting an impression, Myrna. I'm getting an impression that there's health issues. And I have a feeling that there's strong health issues with her. And I believe she really, really, really wants to be here for Christmas. And I'm going to say to you, I don't see her making it for Christmas. I do see her coming in the early new year. I feel like I want to say middle of January. I feel like I could be wrong on this, but I feel like she doesn't have the patience for the Christmas, New Year's flights, rushes, and stuff. She'll wait until it dies down and then come. There's some health issue. She's either had an operation and she needs to recover, or she's going for an operation. One of those, she wants to come. She will be here, just maybe not on the timeline that you want. Okay, that's all the questions from my newsletter list. Let's jump on over and take some questions. Wow, we got lots of them here. I'm going to do these rapid fire. Let me take a sip of my coffee. We're going to go for another 15 minutes or so. Remember, the more specific, the more terrific your question is. Just mentioned Canada. There's my Tim Hortons Canadian coffee mug. All right. Let's rock and roll. Let's get some questions here and see where we go. Let me take some of your questions. This is in the chat section. Thank you for the likes. I've only got 89 likes, got 190 people on right now. I'm going to try to answer as many of these as we possibly can. I'm going to take them randomly. Okay. Joan says, I turned my life upside down by moving to Florida, taking a new job, buying a smaller house, not knowing anybody here. Will I find another love, someone to enjoy my life with? Answer, yes. Stop rushing though. Breathe. You just made a massive change. You just made a massive, massive change. You can't have everything at once. It's kind of like going to a banquet. You've gone to a banquet, Joan, and you got all this food out there. You got to you can't eat it all. You just got to take it one step at a time. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Get out there, get networking, get talking with other people. And I do believe love is coming your way. I do believe it's coming your way. Okay, Beverly says, I have health issues that my doctors are not taking seriously. I live in a remote area. Will I continue to be stable in 2023, or should I relocate to a larger city for better access? Thank you. Okay, so it's against the law for me to give any medical advice. I can't give medical advice. I can't give financial advice. And I've always said in the 40 years I've been doing this, don't ever go to a psychic for medical advice. If you do, there's something wrong with you. I really believe, especially in the United States, you have to push, push, push. In my personal experience with my wife and me, you've got to push. I would get a second and third opinion, and I would push. I would be the squeaky wheel. I do believe things are going to work out for the better for you. I really do. But it's only going to happen if you take the action. I got to say this to you. I'm not feeling a move taking place, but you might have to move to get the information that you need, as in travel to get it. But take it seriously and push, 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 push. Let's just jump around here a little bit. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all this. Oh, 111 likes. Thank you very much. Joker says, hit that like button, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Jackie says, will I get the money from my life insurance policy? I'm feeling it's going to be positive, but it's going to be long and protracted. I'm feeling positive, but it's going to be long and protracted. Stick with it. Stick with it. Remember, insurance company's job is to take money from you, not to give it out. Remember that, especially if you live in the United States. They're not here to help you. They're here to make profit. Remember that. It will happen. It will take place. I do believe it will happen. Um, can't give guys. I can't do medical questions, so don't. I'm gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip the medical questions. So I don't know when you're gonna die. I don't know any of those types of things. Can't answer that. I've already covered that. So let's just stay focused. Can't do financial stuff as well. Oh God, we're going on a cruise. We're going on a cruise in a couple of weeks. Janet, you just scared the poop out of me. Janet says NCL Cruise Line. So I'm not laughing because it's funny. Just lost my suitcase. Any chance it'll be located? Answer is yes. I do believe it will be located. It's going to take some time. Uh, it'll show up. Janice Hall says, "Will my piano lessons work? They'll work if you do. Music is one of the most amazing things. Music is one of the most amazing things for healing, for peace of mind, all of those things. I do believe that it will. I do believe it'll take place, but you got to work at it. Piano's a difficult instrument, by the way. It's difficult. I can play guitar, I can play harmonica and stuff like that. I've never been able to get my hands to do the Jerry Lee Lewis thing. I wish I could. But hey, it will. You got to keep persisting. You got to keep persisting. I believe it will, and you'll find tremendous joy in that. Um, Marina, again, that's a medical question. I'm having surgery in 2 weeks. Will it be successful? I'm feeling very positive about it, Marina. I'm feeling very, very positive about it. Okay, vague questions, get vague answers. Uh, yes, Violet. I believe so. Will I be able to financially retire early and make my dreams come true? Yes. Again, if you work at guys, if you work at I get to ask this a lot. If you work at McDonald's flipping burgers and you want to buy a private jet, have a fleet of Lamborghinis and live in a $55 million home, you're not going to be successful. You will not be successful. Success is defined spiritually as what makes you happy. It's not always money, it's what makes you happy. And ironically, when I was a kid, all I wanted was money. When I was a kid, I grew up poor, I wanted money. And the fact of the matter is, many of the things that I enjoy the most cost nothing. Walking on a beach costs nothing. Walking in the forest costs nothing. It might cost you to drive there, stay there, it'll take place. Violet, I believe in you. I've met Violet, by the way. She's a longtime supporter of us here. Um, Nancy, when will we settle this estate and sell the house? I do believe it's going. I listen. I truly believe this. I believe it's going to go bump, bump. It's going to go bump, bump. The, I don't I'm not worried about the house sale for you. I don't believe it's going to be a problem. Focus on getting the estate settled first. That's always BS. Like that should be just turnkey. That should be just something that's really, really easy. But as soon as you get lawyers and the tax man and all that stuff involved, it just means a poop show. Okay, always does. Never fails because lawyers make money dragging stuff out. So I believe it's going to take place, and I would be shocked. You'd be able to knock me over with a feather if it's not all bang and done in 4 months. 4 months. You'd be able to knock me over with a feather if it wasn't done in 4 months' time. Okay. That's my vibe. That's my feeling. Joan says, I love your answer, Blair. You're right. I try to do everything and I'm a little impatient. Thank you for saying that. Some of you were asking questions of some of you are asking questions of other people. It's always best to ask a question about yourself because Once you start dealing with other people's karma or other people's business, what happens is the spiritual advice becomes extremely diluted, if that makes sense. Really, well, this is going to sound awful, but your world revolves around you. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean that just as in it revolves around you. It's how it works. So, when you're asking about somebody else's life, that really doesn't have to do specifically with you. It might be if it's your husband or wife. So, please, I can't really answer questions about your boss's mother. I'm not going to get a clear answer on that. Candy, should I send the letter I've written to the police officer that killed my son? No. The answer is no. No. What I would do is I would ceremonially burn that letter. Ceremonially burn that letter. What that will do when you ceremonially burn a letter, you've sent out that energy. You've released that energy. You've put out that energy. Just let it go. Avis says, will the disconnected person in our family reconnect soon? And the answer is the word soon, no. No. I'm sorry. I wish it would be different. But I'm feeling like that person needs to be out there for a while. Take a few more questions and we're going to wrap up for the day. M. Kernan 411. McKernan 411. Will my house sell and will I get the asking price? Yes, no. Yes, no. Marcy says, will I be able to push off receiving my new car until January? I feel you will. Laura, will I find the willpower to quit smoking? Why are you looking? You do have the willpower. You do. You have the willpower. Do it. Do it. I no longer have them anymore, but I used to have an audio download that will help you quit smoking. I don't have that anymore, but you can use hypnosis or you can just value your health greater than your desire to smoke. You can do it. And there's people not listening. There's people coming in asking for me to connect with their deceased loved ones because they didn't follow the instructions. They didn't read the information. Hey guys, there's a whole pile of you here. If you guys are enjoying this, please click like this so that other people see it and know about it. Too many. So some of these questions are just, quite frankly, outside of you're not following the instructions, guys. Hey Lynn, I believe that the company does value you. I believe that the company does value you. I don't believe the company can give you what you're looking for. Let me say that again. I believe they value you, but they can't. You know, got to have the money and the ability to do that. If they don't have the money and the ability, they can't do it. That doesn't mean they don't appreciate you. It's not always about the money, guys. Not always about the money. Yvette says, "Do you see me quitting my job to care for my dad?" I do feel that that's a very strong possibility. There's a couple of factors going on here. There's the factor of your dad, which is external. There's the internal, which is you. Dad's external, you're internal. I do believe the possibility is there within the next couple of months. I really do. Hopefully, you won't have to. Hopefully, you won't have to. Diane, it's not will you get out, it's will you get out. It's not will you get out, it's will you get out. Meditate on that. Meditate on that. Let me say it again. It's not will you get out, it's will you get out. Meditate on that. Take a couple more questions. I'm gonna run a little overtime here, guys, because I'm enjoying this. If you're wondering what I'm staring at the scroll that comes through. You guys can't see it, but I can. My chat looks different than what you guys see on the YouTube channel. I have the control panel version, so you guys are scrolling through slowly here. Um, Cheryl says, "Do you see me in a long-term relationship soon?" I don't like the word soon, okay? Because it takes steps. You have to find somebody, meet somebody, date them, get into the beginning, before something becomes long-term, right? But by this time next year, yes. By this time next year, yes, you will be in a long-term relationship. Get out of your own way, my spirit guides say to you. Get out of your own way. All right? Cool says this is great. Cool mom ABC says this is great. Thank you very much. I appreciate the comments. Are you guys enjoying this? If you guys are enjoying this, type in yes. I like it. Love it. Whatever. Type in something. Post something. Let me know. How is this? Dot. Listen to me. You are your own biggest obstacle. You're so busy, Dot. I love you. Dot's one of my longtime supporters. You are so busy that you don't have time to do stuff like going out and getting relationships and getting a new love and all that stuff. So here's the thing. Stop trying to please everybody else. I wouldn't talk to anybody like this unless I actually knew them and I know Dot well enough that she'll take this the right way. Listen, take time for yourself. If you don't have time to be getting out and meeting people, then you're never going to get a relationship. It's kind of like magic. I don't have carrots in my backyard growing. You know why? Because I haven't planted any and I don't have the time patience to look after growing carrots. So if I want carrots, well, actually, that's a kind of silly example. I don't know if you can grow carrots where I am, but you get the idea. You got to go and plant the seeds, go take care of the stuff for it to manifest. I hope that's making sense. Good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Nice to see some feedback instead of just questions. There's two parts to being healed. There's two parts to getting psychic input, and that is a certain degree requires you to be selfish and ask a question about yourself. But there's also the other part of giving the energy back. There are so many people that are reading hogs. They will just go from one person to another person. They're subscribed to every single person that has psychic in their name on Facebook. And as soon as somebody goes live, they ask questions, they ask questions, they ask questions, and they're looking around for the answers that they want. You have to be open to the energy. You have to give the energy back too. I don't mean necessarily to me, but you got to give that energy back out, back out, back out. So by making comments and saying things, feeding back to me, I appreciate it, love it. Thank you so much for that. It puts gas on the fire, gas on the fire. You got to feed the goose that lays the golden egg, so to speak. Fa Racing says, I'm loving this. Thank you for your free Sunday visit with you and other like-minded people, says Irina. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, let's keep going back to the questions here. The Joker says, don't plant radishes thinking you're going to get a strawberry. I like that one. That's good. That's good. That's good. Give the energy back. That's good. Joanne says, you're my only one. Oh, thanks. Okay, enough of the compliments, guys. I appreciate them. Um, So back to okay. So I immediately see Fa Racing. She says, "Will my lawsuit come to an agreement soon?" I want. Here's what I want to say. I want to say yes to you. I don't think it's going to be what exactly you want, but this seems to be a repeated thing that's been happening with a couple of my friends. Nothing to do with me, but a couple of my friends have been in legal action. You can go on legal action for decades, and the only people that will make money are the lawyers because that's what their job is. So what I want you to do is I want you to ask, is there a way that you can get this settled quickly? Maybe not for everything that you want, but could you just get it done? Because it'll bring you that peace of mind. It might not be what you want or what you even rightfully deserve, but will it be something that'll just get it done? Just get it done. Just get it done. That's what I'm feeling for you. Valerian the Mac the third. I like that. Valerian Blair. Will I find my dream job and my twin flame? Okay, so what's more important to you, your twin flame or your job? That's my question for you. That's what my spirit guides want me to ask you. What's more important, your dream job or your twin flame? That's the answer to your question. By the way, I forgot to mention at this beginning, but we seem to have a lot more people jumping in right now. I do need to say this to you. Guys, sometimes a no, sometimes people think when you get a no answer, when you get a no answer, that that's bad, that that's negative. But if I had a dog and the dog is running out onto the street and I scream no, it's because I don't want my dog to run in front of a car and get run over. Does that make sense? So is no bad? When you tell a child, no, don't put your hand on the stove, are you being mean to your child? No. Sometimes no is a temporary inconvenience until things change, possibly get better or improve. Tammy, will my husband's VA claims get approved? Again, you guys are asking me stuff that's kind of borderline legal. I can't give legal advice. I feel it's going to be like a long, slow root canal, but don't give up. Let me say that again. I feel like it's going to be a long, slow root canal, but don't give up. Winston Churchill was asked one time to give advice to a class, and he says, I can say it in 7 words: never give up. Never, never give up. Janet, am I growing my nonprofit in the right direction? Everything in me, from the top of my head to my toes, makes me feel like yes, 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 yes. I believe. Jill says, am I going to stay at this job? Do you want to stay at that job? Janice Hall says that was 4 words. Never give up. Never, never give up. 7. So I'm specifically avoiding generic questions. I do sessions a lot of times on Facebook where it's like an AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything. I often do those. So guys, listen to me. AMAs or Ask Me Anything. That's when you want to ask me general questions about general psychic topics. Today, people have been begging me to do psychic questions, and after you do these psychic questions with me, you can also go to some of my videos that I've recorded. I'll try to post the link later on where you can go, and I'll post it in the comments section. I will post it in the comments section. I can't see the comments right now, but that's where I'll be posting them. Okay. And that's where you want to go and get some readings afterwards. The 3 question readings. They're really cool. They're a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that is so awesome. Fall Racing says you're doing this last night when you mentioned. I was so excited. This is good. Khalid says, "Can I sell my dad's childhood home?" Um, I would. There, it's that's a neutral answer. There's no yes or no to that one. You don't need my permission, Khalid. Um, there's no, especially our deceased loved ones, they don't care about the material stuff. I love this stuff behind me. Some of these are just knickknacks and fun things that I like my girlfriend back here in the Easter Island heads, and that's 20 years old. That's my Christmas tree. When I die, I'm not going to give a crap about any of this stuff. I won't care about the house. If my wife wants to keep it, wants to sell it, doesn't make a difference. So really, there's nothing to stop you from doing it. So if you wish to do it, go ahead. Jeffy says, I can't see your page in Facebook. Don't know why. I'm not sure. Oh, you're from Italy. I don't know why. We have people all around the world that check out my page. Tina. Tina says, "Will my daughter and I mend our relationship within the next 6 months?" Yes, I do believe that's going to take place. But listen, you need to stop doing stuff. Just be. I don't believe this is you. Just be. Let her wake up. Let her wake up. Let her wake up. Oh, sorry, my allergies, guys. You're welcome, Tina. Cool Mom ABC. Oh, I did a question for you, didn't I? I'll do another one, whatever. Scared of a relationship, but would like to have one. You got to get past your fears. When I was in school, I was one of the not most popular as in good looking, but I did all theater. I did the morning announcements. There wasn't a single person walking around my school that didn't know who I was. But I was terrified to ask girls out because if I asked a girl out, she might actually say no to me. And if she says no to me, I'll be devastated. So I never asked any girls out. I was so shy. I could stand in front of 1,000 students and do magic. I could thread a needle. I didn't get nervous. But when it came to talking to a girl, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? I never had girlfriends in high school, not because they didn't like me. I found out quite later that a lot of them did. They wanted me to ask them out, but I never did. So you got to get past your fear. You just got to push past, and just get out there. Life is short. I have a quote on my page right here. Hold on for a second. And this is, I don't know who said this. I just have it I just have it saved on my page. It says, I think it's Coelho. I think it's Coelho, the author. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. Let me say that again. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things that you've always wanted. Do it now. Guess what? I'm doing that now. I've wanted to do this for a long, long time. I've wanted it. I love my job. I love what I do. I'm a psychic medium. I'm good at it. Modesty aside, I'm a really good psychic medium. I'm also a good psychic, but I've wanted to do this. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to do it. So here I am. Here I am helping people out. Isn't it fun? Isn't it great? I'm doing it. So get out there. Get out. Listen, best piece of advice for all of you, no matter what your question is. Let me say this, make it clear. Almost always, the biggest problem between you and what you want in your life is you. Almost always. I think yes, my spirit guides just said to me, that's going to be a wrap. Almost always, the biggest obstacle between what you want and you getting it is you. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Hey guys, did you guys enjoy this? Was this good for you today? Did you have a good time? Post your comments. I'd love to see your feedback. Did you enjoy this? Did you get something out of it? Going to ask you two favors. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this, send me some love. Make sure you like this post or wherever. You'll see a button for the thumbs up. It's different on my screen than yours. Click the thumbs up. Make sure it got 146 likes so far. Click a like. How much is that going to cost you? It'll cost you nothing. Just click the like. Click it. If you feel that there was a question here that might help somebody else with the answer, or something that I've said that might touch somebody's life, share it. How much is that going to cost you? Nothing. How much did this cost you today? Nothing. Why am I doing this? Because I can. And I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. I enjoyed this today. So share the love. Make sure you let people know. Got 153 likes now. There's more of you. We could get that up to a couple hundred. We can get that up to 200. I know we can. We got 150 people on here right now, live. Got 153 people liking this post. Go ahead and like it. If you're on Facebook and somebody says, hey, should we go to one of these guys' events? Mention my name, Blair Robertson. That's the way you give it back. You give back. People complain all the time. They say most mediums and psychics, they just want to take, take, take. They want money, 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 money. And while money's important, last night I did an awesome session of readings. Cost $20 to attend. I can do stuff for free. It's fun. I enjoyed this. Jill's asking, are you going to do this every Sunday? I'm thinking about it. It depends on the feedback. 154 likes. Maybe not so much every Sunday. If I get 1,000 likes, might change that. That might change it. Might. People always ask for something. Give me something. Give me something. But what are you giving out? What are you giving back? What are you giving back? Make sure you're doing that too. By the way, when you do that, can I just share something with you? When you do that, watch your life start to change. When you go to the grocery store and you smile to the checkout clerk, maybe the checkout clerk's just sitting there. She's got a shitty job. She hates her life and everything's going bad. You don't know what her home life is like, but she's got a beautiful set of earrings on. You say to her, hey, how's your day going? Love your earrings. They'll look at you like you got 6 heads because you're the first person that's gone through their checkout that said something to them. How much did that cost you? Nothing. You could change their life. My wife was talking to me. We were down in Panama. Panamanians are some of the nicest people you could ever meet. But we were down there, and I actually met a Panamanian that was borderline jerk. He was kind of rude. My wife was like, what was up with that? And I said, that's not usual. Panamanians are pretty chill people. We don't know what's going on in this guy's life. Maybe his mother's dying. Maybe his kid is dying. Who knows? Maybe he's not meaning to be a jerk. Maybe it's just stuff's going on in his life and he can't be happy at the moment. So I treated him with kindness. I'm not saying I'm a hero. I don't always do that. I can be a jerk at times too. Make sure you're passing out positive energy and then watch that positive energy come back to you. Watch that positive energy come back to you. My wife was I don't drink, but my wife was at the, I guess for lack of a better word, a pub in Panama. And she said something nice to the lady, and she was trying to speak Spanish, and the lady was laughing because my wife garbled up the Spanish. She double poured the alcohol for her. I saw her do it. She double poured the alcohol for her and charged her the regular price. Now, I'm not saying my wife was doing that to manipulate, but she was just being nice. My wife's a nice person. She got back. It's beautiful. Give back. We're up to 160. We have 140 people in here right now. 140 people. And we got 160 likes. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Love and light to each and every one of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Make sure you follow me on here. Make sure you hit that bell button. There's a little bell button to get reminders when I go live and do more stuff. I intend to be doing a lot more live stuff on YouTube and more questions and answers, etc. But guys, if you want to get more answers to your questions, if you want to get more answers to your questions, go to my channel, just click on my name somewhere, and it's got Q&A, questions and answers, and you can ask questions, and I do pendulum readings, and they're pre-recorded. Try them out, check them out. Make sure you like those posts too. Love and light to each and every one of you. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And remember, love never dies.